something incredibly dignified about having possessions. A new car, a boat, a house, new clothing, a new bike. There's just something noble about seeing a person use and care for their possessions. I think that our dignity in having possessions has to do with how we were created. I mean, just think about Adam and Eve in the garden. God puts them in the garden, and the place is just teeming with stuff. God puts them there, and then he says, basically, have at it. Name things and care for things, and be fruitful and multiply. The message in the Bible is that having ownership of things gives us dignity.
Tell me, Daddy, how you held me hold so tight when my heart was broken and I cried all through the night. Tell me how
Jesus has a lot to say in the Bible about possessions. In fact, when he teaches on possessions in Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 21, he refers to our possessions as treasures. Now, the thing about Jesus teaching on possessions is not that he ever thinks that us having possessions is wrong or sinful. Not at all. The concern that Jesus has with possessions is it's that our possessions wear out. I mean, they rust.
tried to break you down and leave your faith behind.
That's what Jesus says. He says, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust corrupt, and where thieves break in and steal. Instead, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not corrupt, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Because where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. See, Jesus' problem with possessions is the same as ours. Our stuff wears out. Don't you just hate when you get that first ding in a new car? Everything that we have, everything, will either stain or rust or scratch or fall apart. I mean, everything we have is going to wear out. When Jesus talks about treasure in heaven and treasure on earth, he introduces an incredible teaching. Think about what he's saying. He's saying everything wears out, but I want you to focus on something that doesn't wear out, something that's eternal. You know what that is? I mean, according to God, you and I are treasure. Stuff wears out, but people, hearts and souls, they last forever. And so Jesus teaches in Matthew 6:19 through 21, and he says, don't store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust corrupt. Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where moth and rust do not corrupt and where thieves do not break in and steal. I mean, what he's telling us is this: invest in people. What if we actually took that seriously? I mean, what if we ordered our lives? What if we used our time and our talent and our treasure to get people into heaven?
You're my